Welcome back to another video, guys. My name is Chief Pat, and today, bringing you guys the 4th episode of my Gemming to Max series. And if you guys take a look on the top left, I actually did hit level 9 when I wasn't recording a video, and I know I left the last video at level 8 with like maybe 10 or 20 XP away from upgrading, but the thing is that when you donate cards, you actually gain experience, and that's what made me hit level 9. So now that we are level 9, we should be able to take on some level 10s. Of course, we still have to upgrade some of our cards, but still, going up to level 9 is going to give us more damage for our crown towers, our king tower, as well as more HP for those towers as well. Alright, so going ahead and finishing up these last magical chests that we're going to open today, we didn't really actually get that much stuff that we could upgrade inside of our battle deck. If you take a look down, you can see we got the Rage Spell, the Hog Rider, and the P.E.K.K.A. for the only 3 upgrades we're going to be able to use today. Now, for the big P.E.K.K.A. as well as the Rage Spell, I haven't really seen those used too effectively, at least for people that I've been battling, but for the Hog Rider, he's actually really good. Now, I might swap in the Hog Rider between my Balloon because they serve 2 different purposes. The Balloon does more damage, but it's slower. The Hog Rider is a little bit quicker, but doesn't quite do the big pop that the Balloon does. But let's go ahead and get into a battle, and the first battle we're going to have at level 9 is going to be against Long Island 07, who is a level 10. Okay, so starting off, I do have the Inferno Tower off the bat. Gonna go ahead and build that right in the center. Looks like he's gonna start off with a hut, and what I've been doing to counter buildings, and maybe you guys have been running into buildings as well, is drop a lightning spell to damage 1 crown tower as well as the hut. Now, make sure you don't hit the king. A lot of people make the mistake of hitting the king before you take down one of the towers, because if you guys do any damage to the king tower, it will wake him up and make him do an insane amount of damage whenever you try to take on those towers. So don't wake him up until you absolutely have to, and that's why I only hit the crown tower as well as the hut. Okay, so far so good. He hasn't touched any of my towers left. He's gonna drop a golem all the way in the back, and now my number 1 mission is to make sure that I can take that golem out. So I'm gonna have to build another expo in just not an expo, but an Inferno Tower in a second. But first of all, my Balloon's gonna make a push. I knew that the golem was super expensive and that the Balloon would be able to take out that tower. And now I need to play some defense and follow up with my Inferno Tower. Okay, so Inferno Tower is going down right now, and as soon as those spear goblins go down, they'll be able to take on that golem. Looking at the bottom left, I do need to drop some arrows to take out this goblin barrel, but still, so far so good. We were able to avoid the golem almost completely with only 1 golemite left right there. And now it's time to sit back and play a little bit of defense before we go back on the offensive. Okay, so saving up elixir here. I'm not going to waste any of my troops trying to protect against the spear goblins. I am going to drop my lightning spell, and this time I did hit the king because once you take out the first tower, the king wakes up. So I did drop it on all 3 of those buildings. And then at this point, I'm sort of waiting for what he's going to do next, because even though the spear goblins do a little bit of damage, they really don't do that much. And by the time that hut expires after being hit by the lightning spell, it's really not going to make too much of an impact. Okay, so at this point I'm at 10 elixir, time to play a card. I'm going to start off with my knight, and it looks like his wizard's going to be close to passing that golem. I'm going to go ahead and freeze those first and then follow up with my Inferno Tower. Now the Inferno Tower is going to lock onto the wizard first, which is actually pretty good. I wanted to get him out of the way, and now I'm going to drop a wizard to try to take out some of these troops that he's dropping, because he's going crazy. He's dropping goblin barrels left and right, and it looks like he's actually going to be able to take out this first tower, and we're going to be all tied up with 30 seconds left. So a really nice push by him. I wasn't able to counter it in time. Looks like my wizard's going to be able to one-on-one his wizard, and then finally another golem's going to go down, but this time I have the perfect Inferno to counter it, and I can go back on the offensive push. Okay, so arrows to take care of those small troops. Looks like the golemites are going to go for my Inferno Tower. At this point, I'm going to go for a balloon on the top left, and I know that I should be able to take out most of these guys near my king tower. So freeze spell is going to drop in just a second to try to freeze those buildings and the wizard before the balloon goes down. It will get 1 shot off, and we're tied up going into the end before I drop this amazing lightning spell. Look at this lightning spell. 2 wizards as well as the crown tower. That was 10 elixir for him, 5 per wizard, as well as I got damage onto that crown tower. I think that might have been the turning point inside of this battle, and at this point only 1 more final push should get me the victory. Okay, so knight's making his way up. He's going to drop a golem right now. I decide that I'm just going to go ahead and go for the win, seeing as my balloon doesn't have anything going against it. Let's go ahead and drop our freeze as soon soon as that wizard goes down and his left foot is inside of the freeze radius, looks like my lightning spell is going to finish off that tower. GG, well played, and we're going to take down our first level 10 at level 9. So definitely a little bit of a barn burner. Luckily, I had that Inferno Tower for those golems, or I wouldn't have been able to take him out. Taking a look at the card levels, obviously I still have quite a few upgrades to do. Some of his rares were 2 levels above mine, his commons were 2 levels above mine, and his epics were 1 level above mine, but still 43 trophies for that victory, and overall a great start to being level 9. So yeah, that's going to do it for this 4th episode of my Gemming to Max series. We are making a nice push up the leaderboards. I'll keep you guys updated as far as where I'm at. But yeah, that's going to do it. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.